You may be ready for this, but you may not, because what we're talking about now is the truth and reality about what is happening on our planet Earth. And from many decades ago, I was asked to channel the raw information truth on this. I don't know why I was asked to do this, but I was. So I have known this for a very long time. The energy on the planet Earth is rising, and it hasn't stopped yet. It's just at a beginning stage of giving the Earth the vibration that she deserves and allowing everything to be cleansed within her. So what about us? Because that's where our important message is, isn't it? You know nothing's normal right now. You know deep within you that everything's changing. But are you aligning with this? Can you align with this? This is about your vibration, how you resonate, how you align, and what frequency you can match. And this is really down to basics here. Think about a piece of machinery that's really like mechanical but high tech, and it requires the highest oil to lubricate the tiny joints. It needs the best fuel within it so that nothing's gritty and grinding it to a halt. Think about that. Think about your car, your computer. You may be somebody that loves their car and only ever puts high octane fuel in it, and that you keep every part of it clean and that the oil is liquid and golden and not all clogged up. But what about your body? Because your body is that temple. It's the vehicle that you use. And if you do not now change to allow your vibration to be high in your body, by changing your habits as to how you take care of your temple. And I'm not just talking about doing a detox every 6 weeks. That's not going to work in the future. You may need to do a really big detox right now, or go on a fast for a whole week or something in order to start this procedure. But what we're talking about is daily functioning with high vibrational live food. Clean, organic, no chemicals on it, no pesticides. We're talking about you having to do the real deal now. If you want to have a high frequency, I was listening to somebody who was talking about some food recently, and they're a real high talking speaker, you know, high vibing in that way. And I was thinking, oh my God, are they still eating that food? And it was like horrendous for me, because I'm somebody who's taught so many people about, and this has gone back for decades for me. I'm not saying everybody went to it, but some people did. They did what I do. They wanted to have the vibration that I have. And, you know, there are people out there, vegan because I'm vegan. There are people out there who never put a chemical on their body. I mean, to me, it's normal. And it started way before I even channeled that information, actually. I mean, I was running, going back, I have to think how old my daughter is, my last of my children. And she is now in her 40s. She's 44, actually. And I was pregnant with her when I was making up these big containers of muesli in my own Center for Intuitive Living that I ran for 9 years. And I did not ever, even then, put chemicals on my body. It felt wrong. So I was born with a memory of this, which I retrieved at some point. I mean, my family lived on very basic food that my father grew, but we ate meat at the time. I went vegetarian first when I was pregnant with my child because I thought, oh my God, I'm pregnant. And I was living on the road at the time, traveling when I was pregnant, in Canada actually. And I thought, oh my God, I would never put chemicals on vegetables I was growing. So why would I put that? I'm growing a child, and that's how I saw it, in a very organic way. So I started immediately following the protocols of, it was You Are What You Eat, and her name's gone out of my head. My goodness, she's passed probably 30 years ago, but she wrote this amazing book. And I started the protocols then, and I went vegetarian, and that was the start of it. And in fact, I was pregnant with my daughter when I was running a whole center for intuitive living. But when I was pregnant with my first child on the road, he's now 50. So, that was when I went vegetarian. And this was about an inner knowing. I'm somebody who came through with an inner knowing of that. So it just switched on when I was pregnant with the child because it was so important for me to give him the best. And none of my children have had illnesses, and they didn't even have childhood illnesses either because they were brought up vegetarian until they were 16. All of them then made their own choices. But I, as the mother, needed to be responsible. But let's go back to us now. What are you going to do about allowing this higher frequency to come in, around, and within you? As the energy of the planet raises, what are you going to do to meet that, to align with that? Because if you have chemicals on your body, they're already affecting you. It's very easy to go into natural soaps. I mean, I would never have a bar of soap in my house that wasn't vegetable soap with some beautiful oils in it. It's very cheap to buy. You got to hunt for it because the normal soaps are full of chemicals and all sorts of things now because they're really high tech with their beauty products now, and that's even worse. But what you're doing is you're taking away anything that isn't natural, that can't be made from natural things. I mean, I use oils, but I use rosehip oil on my face, because it's a beautiful healing product and it doesn't cost a fortune, but it suits a normal, energetic, vibration that isn't mucked up by other ideas that are coming out of labs, that are coming out of people's fear of growing old, and they go by all the marketing material out there that you need this high costing product that's going to do this to your collagen and that to your cells. I mean, it's crazy. Just go by nature and you will be vibrating highly. This is the thing. You don't need money to vibrate on a high vibration. So what are you putting on your body? What are you putting in your body? Look at every product, because it takes hours and hours for your liver and kidney to get out the toxins, and that's why your energy can be very low and you think, oh, I'm just getting old. I don't even like to say that phrase, because if anybody comes near me with that, you're programming and you're accepting a program from somebody else. And I always say to them, stay over there if you're going to talk about that, because I don't accept that. I'm into youthing, not aging. And that serves me really well. But it's also about vibration. I am committed to being here when we have our new world of peace, equality, freedom, and love. And that it runs on those essences of that within us and what it will mean to survive. And this was in the manuscripts I channeled in 1991. it was about what would happen as the frequency of the earth, as the earth joins the universal energy continuum. And I'll do a whole video on that because I'm one of the few people who's ever channeled that information. But this is about this energy rising, the frequency of the planet herself, Gaia, rising to its highest. And as this happens over the next few years, you need to align with that. And in order to do that, you have to get your body inside and out, running on the right fuel and actually being non-contaminated by toxins, so that your energy is high. And what they said to me in these manuscripts that I channeled, 2 whole books, was that people's mental state would be affected. And we're seeing that now with all the changes going on, which if you don't accept and comprehend why they are happening as the old falls away, then you are inside your head with it. And you're wanting it to be what you think is normal, but we're evolving. And they did tell me that there would be much mental confusion and that people would fall away. There would be many, many people who do not survive this time of the rising energy. So start now to do the things that you kept promising yourself you'd do. Start simply with the food that you put in your body and what you put on your body. And then we'll start talking in the next part of this series of raising your frequency and what is it all about. We're going to start talking about what else is in your environment, like who are you connected with, but also what work are you doing and what are you supporting? Because if you're supporting vile businesses like arms industry and things like that on this planet, that's all connected to your resonance and how far you can raise up in vibration and alignment with our new high frequency world that we are creating. You can't let these things go. I'm thinking about this person I was listening to who was talking on a high level and then happened to talk about some food that they were eating. And I mean, there will be other people like me who were horrified by what they said, because it was like, oh my God, you're not going to be able to keep up if you're still on that sort of food intake. And, obviously this, we could talk about the anesthetizing agents that people use to survive. And I mean, those people are the first people that are going to be very, very affected as the energy on our planet raises up. I'm going to leave it there. My name's Damara. I'm a channeler. I'm a seer. I have so much information to share. I have parts of the channeling which I've never given out yet. And yet I've had it for decades because it hasn't been the right time. So I'm going forward now, sharing everything I know. And hopefully you'll join me in listening, and we'll talk about the next stage of cleaning up your vibration so that you can align with the new vibration of Gaia. So please subscribe, please like the videos. I am not somebody who's had an easy time here on YouTube because there's a lot of groups, secret society groups, people that they have gotten to block my channel. There's been times when a video hasn't even moved because they've come in immediately and I can sit and watch what happens as they click on for 2 seconds and then they're gone, and then they report my videos as well. So help me out here if you are into being, here as this planet really comes into its holy order. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.